Hey, this is Mark O'Keefe and welcome to my free video where I will reveal the 3 most important mechanisms of rapid muscle gain explained without the need to go on any crazy diets or do intense cardio sessions. So if you're looking to build slabs of muscle, these 3 tips will skyrocket you over the next couple of weeks to the body you want and deserve. Once you learn these methods, you will be ahead of the crowd and you will train smarter, not harder, and will never get injured from lifting heavy weights again. Let me tell you about how these simple tips got me from being the small and skinny guy to the great shape I am in today, simply by applying a few simple techniques to my workouts. So you probably want to know a little bit about who I am and why you should listen to me or take my advice. First, I just want you to know that I am a regular guy who was fed up with looking thin and weak and wanted to gain a few pounds of muscle. A few years ago, I was very skinny and not being able to put on any muscle. I was getting really fed up with looking in the mirror and not seeing any results, no matter how hard I worked out. I felt like to improve my life and get the things I wanted, I would need to look strong and healthy, which would lead to a better lifestyle. I think if you look healthy and strong, you get the things that you want in life. It was always a struggle for me gaining weight, being naturally very thin. I tried everything in the book, but I remained the same weight for years and was getting really fed up. I realised if I wanted to gain muscle, then I should learn the ideas and techniques of a professional. They say the fastest way to success is to find a mentor and copy what they do. That is when I turned to an online training program that has changed the way I train forever. As you can see from the pictures, on the left I was really thin and now I'm in the best shape of my life. So now I'm committed to health and fitness and helping others who struggle to gain any weight. I have a fitness blog which you can join if you like and help you all the way through your fitness goals. So let me explain how this works. I now know that to build muscle it requires the amount of torque on the muscle and not heavy weights and training with your ego. I can teach you how to gain slabs of muscle in half the time you think it takes and squash the myth that it takes years to build a great physique. I started researching the secrets of the best bodybuilders in the world and found a blueprint that you can copy for each exercise. So now I just want to tell you the 3 things we're always taught about building muscle. Usually you can hear, go heavy or go home, chase the pump and go till it burns, keep the body guessing every workout. Each of these statements holds truth, but for maximal muscle growth, you need a plan that optimizes all 3 protocols. So listen up for the next tip I'll give you. Did you know that there are 3 research-supported mechanisms of muscle growth? If you neglect any of them, you're leaving a ton of growth on the gym floor. Intentional or not, most guys do apply different degrees of these mechanisms to their workouts. So why do they continue to look the same month after month and year after year? The problem is that these mechanisms are being applied in a haphazard and randomized manner, which could lead to a negative chain reaction of your consequences that can wreak havoc on your hormones, lead to overtraining and even injury. In short, despite your hardest efforts in the gym, you can kiss your gains goodbye. So even if you're aware of these 3 mechanisms and you're incorporating them into your workouts in a haphazard and randomized way, it's simply not enough. You have to have a strategy. If you don't know exactly how to organize and cycle these 3 critical mechanisms into a step-by-step training program, you'll ultimately cause more harm than good, unless you learn how to apply the 3 proven techniques I reveal next. I will reveal 3 little known and challenging techniques to increase mechanical tension, metabolic stress and muscle damage, so your hard efforts in the gym no longer go to waste. Ready to take your fitness transformation to the next level? Here we go. 3 proven techniques I reveal will increase your muscle size and strength and strip away fat for your best transformation ever. You'll also discover how you can organize and cycle these 3 techniques into a proven periodized plan so you can achieve your own standard of the perfect body that deserves to be yours. Technique number 1. Maximize metabolic stress with constant tension time sets. Stop counting reps. Rep counting is killing your muscle growth. Metabolic stress is all about chasing the pump and going until it burns, to the point of extreme discomfort. The name of the game is constant tension, avoiding pauses in between reps and avoiding pauses at the top or bottom of the movement, essentially keeping the weight moving for the entire set. Counting reps is not the wrong thing to do, however it's not an accurate tool to maximize metabolic stress because studies have shown that the metabolic stress must last longer than 40 seconds to stimulate muscle gains. The result? A crazy amount of blood pumped into the muscles, preventing the veins from letting blood escape, resulting in high amounts of metabolic stress and cell swelling, otherwise known as the pump. Technique number 2. With constant tension time sets, you focus on the actual amount of time under tension rather than the number of reps. And time under tension is one of the training elements that maximize metabolic stress and dramatically increases your muscle gains. However, because this technique is so intense, your body can only handle it for 6 weeks tops, before transitioning to the next technique, which leads us to transformation technique number 2. Maximize mechanical tension with cluster sets. Stop trying to just lift heavier and heavier. Keep the weight lighter and work with proper form. The problem is that most guys think that the heavier you lift, the more mechanical tension, but adding additional weight does not necessarily increase mechanical tension, and you often shift it away from the desired muscles onto passive joint structures, which leads to trashing your joints and painful injuries all over your body, which nobody needs. You could be out for months over injuries like these. Many studies have discovered that max force production topped off at 90% during an isometric bench press task, which suggests you are better off working at less than 90% of your max, allowing you to perform more reps with the same or higher tension, thereby producing more time under max tension and faster and safer progress. The best way to maximize mechanical tension on the targeted muscles is stop trying to just lift heavier and heavier and start using cluster sets, which incorporate strategic intra-set rest periods within a set. Not only does this increase mechanical tension, but it stimulates recruitment of type 2 fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones with the highest potential for bigger muscles, before you fatigue the muscle. So now we're on to the last technique, technique number 3. With this type of setup, cluster sets will not only get you serious results as far as size, but improve the efficiency of your neuromuscular communication, making it easier to continue a faster rate of growth compared to guys who don't know this technique. Just like the last technique, this one too has a 6-week expiry date because this technique is very demanding on your central nervous system, which leads us to our final transformation technique. Maximize muscle damage with omni-sets. Avoid excessive muscle damage and seek out the sweet spot. Muscle damage is a strong indicator of soreness. It's elicited by slow negatives, greater ranges of motion, increased tension in the stretch portion of the muscle, and incorporating a variety of exercises with multiple angles. Omni-sets are a unique and fun way to achieve muscle damage without the overkill that occurs from the ineffective more is better approach, and can induce a lesser but still significant degree of muscle damage to ensure your body is healed and recovers to train again, resulting in long-term progress. With omni-sets we can change the stimuli from set to set, which means we could change the grip width, feet position, body position or angle of the bench. The key is not to do this randomly but to change the stimuli so that you're giving your body a mechanical advantage from set to set, thus allowing you to sustain a greater degree of effort and muscle damage in the end. This is only the overview of all the steps required to make this work, so if you'd like a full proven step-by-step solution to take you from the present shape you're in now to the best shape you'll ever be, then click the big button below this video to check it out and learn more. This is Mark O'Keefe and I'll talk to you soon.